Then it all just stopped. I never thought it would come to this.
Hey Aisha, where are you?
Hey AUFA, I'm at the campus right now. I've been good, just busy with life and work. How about you?
Same here. Life keeps moving so fast. Actually, I want to ask you something.
Sure AUFA, what happened?
We study here almost a month. Can you give me some advice how to keep my momentum to maintain for my performance?
Ah, I see. I think you have a big problem. Don't worry, I can give you some advice to help you AUFA.
Thank you Aisha, you are my superhero right now.
The things that I do to make myself maintain my performance is I always try to find a solution that can make me happy and can help me to reduce my stress so that I can keep being positive and maintain my performance.
Wow, that's impressive. So I can use your advice and apply to my daily life, right?
Of course, AUFA. By the way, do you remember which assignment that we need to do? I always forget about that.
It's okay, Aisha. I already take notes about our assignments and the two assignments that we need to submit.
Oh, really? What form that we need to do, AUFA? And when is the deadline that we need to submit?
We need to do a conversation about factors affecting Bahasa Melayu language skills development. And the due is this Monday, Aisha.
Oh my, I think we need to do it right now.
Yes, Aisha. Let's do a conversation today.
For sure, let's do that.
Hi and Assalamualaikum everyone, and welcome to our conversation about factors affecting the Bahasa Melayu language skills development.
So, we are thrilled to have all of you join us as we dive into a critical and timely discussion. As we explore the development of Bahasa Melayu language skills, we aim to uncover the various factors that influence language acquisition nation and proficiency in different contexts, whether in schools, communities, or even in the digital world. Hi Alpha, how are you?
Hi Aisha, I'm fine, thank you.
Alpha, can I ask you a question?
Sure Aisha, what is it?
Since last week in the class, we studied about Bahasa Melayu language. Can you explain what is Bahasa Melayu and where it comes actually? I'm still curious.
Of course Aisha. So Aisha, let us discuss about the Bahasa Melayu history first. Actually, Bahasa Melayu language known as a Bahasa Malaysia or Bahasa Melayu is a member of Western branch of Austronesian language family. It is a native language for over 33 million people across the Melayu Peninsula, Sumatra, Borneo, and various smaller islands in the region. Additionally, Bahasa Melayu is widely used as a first language in Malaysia.
After that, historical background and origins. Bahasa Melayu has deep historical roots, with its origins tracing back to Southeast Asia. It is closely related to other languages spoken in Sumatra, Borneo, and Java, as well as the Cham languages of Vietnam. Over centuries, Bahasa Melayu has evolved through interactions with various cultures, including African, Arab, and European influences.
Other than that, its dialects and variations. The Bahasa Melayu language encompasses various dialects, with the most significant being the Sultan Melayu Peninsula dialect, serving as the basis for standard Bahasa Melayu and the official language of Indonesia, Bahasa Indonesia. Other dialects, which was used as a lingua franca in East Indian and Baba Melayu, prevalent in Chinese merchants communities in Malaysia. Not to forget about grammar and linguistics. Bahasa Melayu grammar use emphasis and doubling to mark changes in meaning or grammatically processes. Emphasis at the beginning or end of word and doubling indicate plural or form directive meanings. This linguistic feature further contribute to the richness and flexibility of the Bahasa Melayu language.
The last one is impact and influence of Bahasa Melayu language. Bahasa Melayu language and culture have left a significant impact on the region's history, society, and arts. Its influence extends beyond linguistic boundaries, shaping literature, music, and tradition across Southeast Asia. Moreover, Malay serve as a bridge between diverse communities, facilitating cultural exchange and understanding. So, Alpha, can we proceed about our main topic to discuss today?
Sure, Aisha. Actually, we want to discuss about what is the factor affecting Bahasa Melayu language skills development.
Wow! When it comes to Bahasa Melayu, can you explain what Bahasa Melayu language skills actually are?
Sure, Aisha. Actually, Bahasa Melayu language skills refers to the ability to communicate effectively in Bahasa Melayu, which is Malay language, which is involves with various linguistic competencies. There are variety of Bahasa Melayu language skills that I can state, which are listening skills, speaking skills, reading skills, writing skills, grammar and vocabulary mastery, and culture and context. To discuss this topic, are there any factors that can support the growth of Bahasa Melayu language skills, Aisha?
Absolutely, it has many factors. In my first opinion, individual learning styles and strategies are the most effective way to develop because it depends on yourself, and of course, it is way more motivating to do that. Every student approaches language acquisition differently and with different preference. While some people might do better with written information and visual assistance, others could do better with oral inputs or interactive activities. To improve memory and fluency in Bahasa Melayu, for example, you can use many devices that are customized to your learning preference. Practice with language partners or use multimedia materials.
Such is a good opinion, Aisha, but I also have my own opinion that the factors of Bahasa Melayu language skills are influenced by a variety of factors which are both internal and external. The reason why Bahasa Melayu language skills almost decrease is because of foreign language influence, especially in English, which is English dominance. This is because English is widely used in school, work, media, and many individuals choose to speak English rather than the Bahasa Melayu language. So, this is the reason and the main factor that can affect Bahasa Melayu language skills in development, which is many people, particularly in metropolitan areas, switch between Bahasa Melayu and English or other language when speaking. This language mixing, also known as code switching or employing rojak language, it can lose skill in both Bahasa Melayu and other language, especially in formal circumstances. Next is the inconsistent use. Regularly mixing Bahasa Melayu with other language result in erroneous grammatical usage and reduce the clarity and purity of Bahasa Melayu and minimizing both spoken and writing language abilities.
This is right, AUFA. Many Malaysians speak many languages throughout their time. Our diverse background in race and culture, in my opinion, are the primary reasons why we utilize it. But that does not imply we can use multiple languages because Bahasa Melayu is the language of the government of the nation. Thus, it is important for Malaysians to acquire Bahasa Melayu.
I am in accord with you, Aisha, and my thoughts align with your statement. But can I give more explanation about the factors, Aisha?
Sure, AUFA, you can.
Just like I said before, they have a lot of reasons why the Bahasa Melayu language skills have almost decreased in our society. So, I would like to add the last reason why it happened. The reason is because of negative attitude towards the language.
Can you explain more about negative attitudes toward the language?
Of course, Aisha, the negative attitudes towards the language happen because of perception of Bahasa Melayu as less prestigious. In some contexts, Bahasa Melayu may be viewed as less prestigious or useful compared to English or other international language. This perception can discourage people from investing time and effort into improving their skills in the language. Other than that, low motivation is also one of the negative attitudes in some people. If people, particularly students, do not understand the practical benefit of learning Bahasa Melayu, they may be unmotivated to utilize and enhance their language abilities.
That was an excellent perspective, but permit me to add on the positive aspect of this topic. One of the most significant advantages of studying Bahasa Melayu is that the spoken word helps to strengthen cultures' identities. Language has a crucial role in the transmission of cultural values, beliefs, and traditions. Mastery of Bahasa Melayu gives Malaysians and Malay speakers a sense of relationship to their cultural history. The relationship encourages national identity and dignity, allowing communities to connect with one another. People who understand their native or national language have a deeper connection to the past and are better equipped to preserve conventions, traditional knowledge, and historical stories. Bahasa Melayu is the national lingua franca, allowing people of all culture and ethnic backgrounds to communicate effectively. Malaysia is a cosmopolitan country, and gaining excellent Bahasa Melayu language skills can help people bridge communication gaps between different cultures, including Malays, Chinese, Indians, and traditional traditions. This shared language promotes mutual understanding and respect, which leads to the development of a relationship. In an increasingly globalized world, being bilingual in more than one language helps citizens communicate with other communities, helping them to build better relationships and navigate multilingual contexts more easily. Personally, studying Bahasa Melayu opens up various work opportunities, particularly in Malaysia and other countries where the language is widely spoken. Many public sector occupations, including those in government administration, education, and civil service, require knowledge of Bahasa Melayu. Furthermore, the language is essential for jobs in the media, journalism, radio, and arts, all of which demand good communication with a big audience. Fluency in Bahasa Melayu enhances employability and professional advancement opportunities in fields such as tourism, hospitality, and customer service, where local engagement is essential. Do you agree with me, AUFA?
I totally agree with your opinion, Aisha. Most public schools and institutions in Malaysia use Bahasa Melayu as their primary language of educational instruction. Thus, acquiring strong language skills is critical for academic achievement. Students who are fluent in Bahasa Melayu are better able to understand difficult academic subjects, participate in class discussions, and perform well on examination. A good command of the language enhances critical thinking and enables students to express themselves clearly and easily. Furthermore, knowing Bahasa Melayu allows for easier transition between classes because many technical and scientific phrases are presented in the native language. As a result, improving these language abilities not only help students gain their academic goals, but also prepare students for professional chances in their community, as Bahasa Melayu has become common in many different types of professions. Is there any positive impact on the development of Bahasa Melayu language skills, Aisha?
Certainly. The concept of lifelong learning refers to the continuous, self-motivated pursuit of information for personal and professional purposes. A solid foundation in Bahasa Melayu is essential for navigating it, particularly in Malaysia. Many sources of information for continuous learning, including books, newspaper, online articles, and academic journals, are written in Bahasa Melayu. Those who are fluent in the language may quickly gain knowledge on a wide range of topics, including science and technology, culture, and contemporary issues. A good command of the language helps learners to stay up to date on the most recent developments in their areas of interest. Whether they are reading government papers, engaging with national media, or consuming educational content on social media platforms. Furthermore, a few government programs, education courses, and local workshops take place in Bahasa Melayu, specifically those aimed at providing people with new skills and knowledge. Those who are comfortable with the language are better able to take part in these programs and understand the content. As a result, they are more able to keep up with social, technological, and economic developments. Besides, learning Bahasa Melayu allow people to engage with a variety of media forms, including televisions, radio, online videos, and podcasts, all of which commonly use the national language as the main form of communication. This exposure allows people to absorb new knowledge in a familiar linguistic context, making it easier to understand difficult concepts. Finally, having the ability to learn Bahasa Melayu means that people have no limitations to professional environments of learning. They can seek knowledge independently at any point in their lives, allowing them to grow, adapt, and remain competitive in a world that is continually shifting.
Improving our Bahasa Melayu language skills can lead to several positive impacts in different areas. First, in our daily life, such as we can enhance our communication. You will be able to communicate more effectively with native speakers, making day-to-day interactions smoother. Whether it's shopping, traveling, or socializing. Other than that, we can improve our confidence too. For example, fluency in the language can boost our confidence in navigating everyday situation in Malay-speaking region. Next is cultural connection, such as deeper cultural understanding, which is learning the language help us better understand in Bahasa Melayu language speaking. For example, traditions, values, practices, and fostering a deeper appreciation for their culture. Other than that, is stronger relationship. We also can improve our language skills that can help us form more meaningful connection with native speakers, whether in personal, friendship, or professional collaboration.
Oh, that's right, Alpha. Your explanation opened my eyes about this impact. So, how about people who don't like to speak Bahasa Melayu? As we know, many people who have children teach their child to speak other language than teach Bahasa Melayu language.
As we know, Aisyah, since in Malaysia, multicultural society language preference and practices are deeply personal and can vary widely among individuals and families. While Bahasa Melayu is the national language, it's not uncommon for parents to prioritize other language in their children's and became influenced by factors such as cultural heritage, educational aspiration, and beliefs. For instance, some people or some parents may choose to speak English or other language at home to prepare their children for global communication or to preserve their ancestral languages. This decision can impact their child's language development or potentially leading to a stronger proficiency in the chosen language over Bahasa Melayu. So, it's important to recognize that language acquisition is a complex process influenced by various factors including exposure, necessity, and personal interests. Forcing individuals to learn or use a language can be counterproductive. Instead, fostering an environment where multiple languages are valued and encouraged can lead to more harmonious and effective communication. So, after that, about people who don't like to speak Bahasa Melayu, just like you said before, it's true, Aisyah, that some people don't like to speak Bahasa Melayu, even many effort that we do for them. This happened because of challenges in local communication.
What is challenges in local communication, Alpha?
Oh, good question, Aisyah. Actually, these challenges happen because of limited networking.
What do you mean about limited networking, Alpha?
What I mean is, while global language open doors internationally, lack of fluency in the local language may hinder professional and social networking within the local context, especially in places where the Bahasa Melayu remains important.
Oh, I see. Thank you for your explanation, Alpha. By the way, what is negative impact if people not learning Bahasa Melayu language properly?
Oh, the bad effects of not learning Bahasa Melayu is we gonna lose our national identity. If person does not learn this language, they may lose their sense of identity and pride in the country and fail to understand what is the important aspects of the local culture. Other than that, limitation in communication will happen in our country, which is Bahasa Melayu makes daily interaction difficult, especially in countries that use this language widely in public communication, such as in school, workplaces, and government services. This will also limit the opportunity to communicate with various layers of society. Then, if not learning Bahasa Melayu properly, the lack of access to education will happen. It is because Bahasa Melayu is a medium of instruction in the national education system. Failure to master it can make it difficult for a person to understand lessons, follow the curriculum, and participate actively in formal education. Thus, difficulty in official affairs and administration in government affairs, law and administration, Bahasa Melayu is widely used. Not understanding this language can create problem in understanding official documents, procedure and laws, which can cause confusion or misunderstanding. Social isolation language is an important tool to connect individuals with society. Those who do not learn Bahasa Melayu may feel isolated from the local community and find it difficult to participate in social activities and face challenges in building relationship with the community. That if we're not learning Bahasa Melayu properly, we're gonna face of limited employment, which is opportunities in many sectors, especially public service and companies operating in Malaysia or other countries that use Malay. Mastery of this language is a basic requirement. Not mastering Bahasa Melayu can lead to limited job opportunities, especially in fields that require interaction with the public. Last but not least is we will loss of cultural heritage Bahasa Melayu is the key to understanding Bahasa Melayu literature, custom and history. Not learning it can cause one of not recognize and appreciate the rich and unique cultural heritage. Overall, not learning Bahasa Melayu can have a negative impact on aspect of communication, social, economic and cultural identity.
Oh my, I'm surprised by the consequences that we will face if you do not learn the Bahasa Melayu language.
Aisha, do you know that in our country they have several of schools does not use Bahasa Melayu as a main medium instruction?
Oh really, AUFA?
Yes, Aisha.
Can you explain more about that, AUFA?
Sure, Aisha. In Malaysia, several types of school use language other than Bahasa Melayu as the primary medium of instruction, such as Chinese national type schools. This school use Mandarin as the primary medium of instruction. Subjects such as moral studies and history may still be taught in Bahasa Melayu.
Oh really, AUFA? What about other school?
Schools like Tamil National Type School, which is SJKT, also use Tamil primary medium. Similarly to SJKC, some subjects are taught in Malay. Other than that, international schools. These schools follow international curriculum such as the International Baccalaureate, which is we call IB, or British curriculum or American curriculum with English being the primary medium of instruction. For example, include the International Schools of Kuala Lumpur, which is ISKL, Alice Smith School and Garden International School, Aisha.
Oh wow, what an amazing school.
Of course, Aisha, not to forget about private school too. Many private schools in Malaysia use English as their primary language of instruction, particularly those offering IGCSE which is International General Certificate of Secondary Education program. For example, include Tembi School, Sri Kedu International School, and Fairview International School.
Actually, Alpha, why Chinese, Tamil, and international schools do not use Bahasa Melayu as the main language?
Thank you for asking, Aisha. This school do not use Bahasa Melayu as the main language because of they want to maintain their historical and cultural context. For example, Chinese and Tamil school were established before Malaysian independence to cater to the Chinese and Indian communities. They aim to preserve and promote their respective languages, culture, and identities. The use of Mandarin or Tamil as the medium of instruction reflects the community's desire to ensure future generations remain connected to their heritage. And the Malaysian government has recognized this school as part of the country's multicultural education system, which is allowing them to operate with their own language policies. That is because of community demand. The Chinese and Indian communities in Malaysia have a strong demand for education in their mother tongues. Parents often believe that learning in their native language fosters a deeper understanding of their culture and strengthens their identity. There is also a perception that proficiency in language such as Mandarin, Tamil, and English provides additional advantage in a multilingual and globalist world.
Oh, such as a long explanation, Alpha. Now, I understand why this school do not use Bahasa Melayu as a main language in the school because of they want to maintain their historical and cultural context.
Yes, absolutely right, Aisha. So it's clear that the choice of language medium in Chinese, Tamil, and international schools is influenced by historical, culture, and practical consideration. While these schools do not use Bahasa Melayu as the main language, they still play a vital role in Malaysians' diverse in educational landscape by catering to the linguistic and cultural needs of their respective communities.
Alpha, isn't multilingual proficiency is the main reason why Chinese and Tamil schools do not use Bahasa Melayu as a main language?
Yes, that's right, Aisha. Multilingual proficiency is also the main reason why Chinese and Tamil schools do not use Bahasa Melayu as the main language. It is because these schools serve the expatriates community and often cater to students from diverse linguistic background. They use language like English, French, or other international language to ensure continuity in education for children who may move frequently due to their parents' career.
Ah, I see.
By the way, Aisha, do you know what is the biggest current issue about Bahasa Melayu language in Malaysia right now?
What issue, Alpha? Sorry, I haven't read the news in a while.
Oh, it's okay, Aisha. The biggest current issue is there are several current issues related to the use of the Malay language, which is Bahasa Melayu in Malaysia. These issues span across education, social dynamics, politics, and cultural identity. Let me explain one by one. First is dominance of English and language competency. The decline is proficiency. There are concerns that the proficiency of the Bahasa Melayu language among younger generation is declining, especially in urban areas due to the increasing use of English in daily communication, social media and education. This trend is more evident among the elites and middle classes families who often prioritize English for its global value. Next is affluence of English in education. Many parents prefer English medium international schools for their children due to the previous perceived advantage in global competitiveness and higher education opportunities. These trends raise concerns about the erasure of the Bahasa Melayu language role in formal education and expressive status. The third is language policy in education, which is teaching of science and mathematics in English, such as the debate over the teaching and learning of science and mathematics in English, which is we call PPSMI, continues to be a continuous issue, with some argue that using English for this subject improves students' global competitiveness, and others believe it hinders their understanding of the subjects and weakness their grasp of the Bahasa Melayu language.
To be honest, thinking about it makes me really sad. Why is it that certain of our people are more vulnerable to conversing in another language, even though Bahasa Melayu is less complex and has a lovely pronunciation? As Malaysian, we should be happy given that we have our own language. Bahasa Melayu, which happened to be the official language of around the world at the time recording to our history. In order, why don't we communicate Bahasa Melayu in our daily conversations? It's considerably better.
Absolutely right, Aisyah. As you can see, a variety of things affect how well someone is able to speak Bahasa Melayu.
What solution can you make to address the issue based on the factors you highlighted a short while ago?
Thank you for asking, Aisyah. The recommendation that I can give to solve the factors or the problem is that we need to improve the quality of Bahasa Melayu education. This is why we need to engage teaching techniques. For example, schools and educators should use more engaging, innovative, and interactive techniques to teach Bahasa Melayu, such as storytelling, debates, role-playing, and digital resources. After that, incorporating modern and relevant content also need to be improved, which integrates contemporary and relevant topics. For example, modern literature, media, or the curriculum to make the language more appealing to future generation. Not forgetting that teacher training also needs to ensure that teachers are well versed in Bahasa Melayu pedagogy, which is to motivate pupils or students and demonstrate the importance of learning the Bahasa Melayu language. So, how about you, Aisyah?
I want to add my own thought to what you have said so far, although I still agree with you. As we can see, our parents and the community around us are the main causes of our early exposure to Bahasa Melayu. Therefore, in order to improve language skills, learners can benefit from the support along with the positive ambience that comes from friends, family, and community members who speak Bahasa Melayu. Joining in community activities, language clubs, or social organizations where Bahasa Melayu is spoken can provide greater results by providing actual language practice and reinforcing the learning of a language. Additionally, having a solid network of friends improves someone's confidence and communication abilities, especially when engaging in group chats. Thus, learning a language is more efficient and entertaining. The national curriculum put together by the Ministry of Education provides a framework for the teaching and learning process in schools. When it comes to Bahasa Melayu, the curriculum has a major effect on how the language is taught, how much focus is placed on it, and what specific language skills students should receive. The curriculum sets objectives for each educational level from primary to secondary school. It provides an organized method to reading, writing, listening, and speaking in Bahasa Melayu. The syllabus covers what students must learn, including grammar standards, vocabulary, comprehension, and essay writing. It also includes cultural parts like the literature to help students understand the language. Comprehensive language development, as the curriculum is aimed to guarantee that students aren't just taught the mechanics of the language, but also exposed to other forms of expression such as poetry, storytelling, and formal writing. This ensures that students' linguistic skills grow naturally. The curriculum chooses the amount of hours spent to Bahasa Melayu instruction per week. If the curriculum prioritize Bahasa Melayu as a key topic, students will have more time in class to practice and engage with the language. This exposure is critical for skill development since regular practice allows students to become more fluent and confident. If the curriculum prioritizes Bahasa Melayu, it will be blended into a variety of courses and learning activities. This makes the language more than just a subject to be studied, but also a channel for comprehending various issues, highlighting the importance of it.
Oh my, what an amazing thought that was. That never crossed my mind. Of course, the biggest influence in our ability to communicate in and understand Bahasa Melayu fluently are our surroundings and communities.
What could you discover during the conversation we had before we concluded today's forum conversation?
Each business must have a positive aspect. As a Malaysians who prefer Bahasa Melayu language as a medium of instruction, we must be conscious of the challenges or reasons that contribute to Bahasa Melayu language problems in our community. So, we also need to make every effort to find a solution to the problem so that the Bahasa Melayu language is constantly used and not forgotten by the society and community. So Aisha, can you also give the conclusion from our conversation today?
Sure, Alpha. In the final analysis, a variety of aspects such as the quality of educational acquired, family conditions, exposure to the community, individual apparate, and greater governmental influence impact the development of Bahasa Melayu language skills. Addressing that, each component matters in order to improve knowledge of a language.
So, to summarize this forum discussion, the development of Bahasa Melayu language abilities is impacted by a diverse set of elements, each of which contributes individually to the growth or fall of competence within the community. As previously discussed, personal learning methods, linguistics, attitudes, and environmental factors such as dominance of English all play important roles. Individuals who use efficient learning tactics customized to their preferences tend to do better in language acquisition. But those who are affected by unfavorable judgment or society trends may struggle to achieve their competence.
The discussion centered on the historical background of Bahasa Melayu, emphasizing its importance not just as a communication tool, but also as a cultural anchor that connects Malaysians to their rich past. Language change, impacted by dialects and contact with other education, remains an important area of concern. The quality of Bahasa Melayu education, methodology use, and emphasis on the language in school curriculum all have a substantial influence on students' understandings of the language. Schools and instructors must innovate and adapt teaching methods to make the language more interesting and relevant, including new material and cultivating an environment that prioritizes linguistic abilities.
And furthermore, the involvement of parents and the larger community is critical in creative, conducive environment for language development. Positive reinforcement, practical application in daily encounters and communities involvement may all significantly improve language acquisition and retention. In contrast, the preference for other language, particularly English, in many educational institutions and homes offer a threat to the primacy.
The issue of language policy and its execution in Malaysia also came to light. The coexistence of multiple language mediums in schools, be it Chinese, Tamil, or international curriculum, reflects the nation's multicultural ethos but also underscores the need for a balanced approach to preserve Bahasa Melayu's stature without undermining the linguistic diversity that enriches the country.
And ultimately, addressing these challenges requires a concerted effort from all stakeholders, educators, parents, policymakers, and the community at large, promoting positive attitudes towards the Bahasa Melayu to enhancing its educationally framework and recognizing its cultural importance are essential steps toward ensuring its continuing vitality.
The discussion underscores the need to embrace multilingualism while maintaining a strong foundation in the national language. Bahasa Melayu is not merely a tool for communication. It is a vessel of cultural identity and national unity. The language development hints on our collective commitment to nurture and celebrate it all on phases of life, thereby securing its place in the hearts and minds of the future generations.
So, as we conclude, it is imperative for Malaysians to recognize the value of their linguistic heritage by fostering a deeper understanding and appreciation for Bahasa Melayu. We contribute not only to the survival of the language, but also to the culture and social cohesions of the nation. Therefore, this is our shared responsibility to ensure that Bahasa Melayu continues to thrive as a vital, dynamic, and unifying force in Malaysia's diverse tapestry. Okay, Aisyah, I think that's all for today. I hope this conversation can help both of us to dignity our Bahasa Melayu language.
Thank you, AUFA, for your commitment for our forum discussion today. See you in the next forum.